Oh, wait. You see him walking down? This one.
Care booty, everyone. That means welcome, so welcome aboard. Watch your steps, slide on in with your whole crew to join you. Good. All the way down. All the way down. Over the water here on our left, laying down next to the rocky wall, is a big old rhino. Taking a nap. Now that's a black rhinoceros. They have narrow jaw lines with a triangular shaped upper lip. Their upper lip is also prehensile, just like the okapi's tongue. And if you don't know what that word means, by the way, it means finger-like. So they use their upper lip like we use our fingers to grab and hold on to things. And they are fairly solitary animals too, black rhinos. Help make sure they don't get entangled into the vegetation as easily. Gorgeous animal. One of my favorite antelope species. There are some hippos. A bunch of them. Groups of hippos are called a bloat. And no, it's not because they float. But they're actually one of the larger and more dangerous animals in Africa. And yes, I said dangerous. It's because they're extremely territorial. So whenever they show off the pearly whites looking like they're happy to see you, they're actually not. It's a threat display. They want you on their territory. And if this intimidation doesn't work, well, they'll charge after you. Hippos are actually known to kill more humans than most other animals in Africa. The Nile crocodile, one of the more deadly animals in Africa. A single bite from their powerful jaws is strong enough to snap bone. 500 pounds of pressure per square inch of jaw power. Looks like there's a couple of them almost right below us here too, on our left. There's also some in that little cubby of a rock formation there up ahead too. These are called African wild dogs. They're actually one of the most successful hunters in Africa. 90% of their hunts are successful. And all they do is they just work together to run their prey down to exhaustion first. Now they are related to the domesticated dog, however they're definitely not as nice. And they don't bark. They're actually more like a squeaky, chirpy kind of noise instead. Kind of like a squeaker toy. Remember guys, need you to stay seated back there. Once again, need you to take a seat please. Thank you.
No, they don't bark.
Now if you keep... I thought I saw another animal over here too, but I guess I was mistaken. Now, sable antelope over by the tree line, they're the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Female sables travel in herds from 10 to 20 along with their young, and at least one male. If you actually notice the spots on the giraffe, you'll notice they're kind of messy, irregular kind of shape, like you're coloring a coloring book and you went outside the lines every so often. These are Maasai giraffe, that's how you can tell. I like to call them the messy giraffe because those messy spots. But they're actually named after the Maasai tribe. Now remember, their horns on their heads are called ossicones, horns that have skin and fur on them, just like the male okapi. And just like the relative of the okapi, giraffes too have long prehensile tongues, which are so long, in fact, if they wanted to, they could lick their own eyes.
Take a drink. Look. He's drinking.
As I'm sure you guys have noticed, there are little giraffes. And it looks like there's a giraffe in the road coming right towards us. And I am not playing chicken with the giraffe. I lose. Yeah, look how close she's getting. If you're on the right side truck, you're gonna be really close to her. Isn't she just pretty? Just even species in the world. Very strong, powerful antelope. From standing, they can actually jump straight up 6 feet. They're very nomadic, so they don't really consider any specific area their home, and they don't drink too much water either, because there's a lot of vegetation they like to eat. Down in the grass, there's a monkey over there too. There's actually a couple monkeys over that way, I think I saw. Now these monkeys over here are called mandrills. They're the largest monkeys in Africa. They also have vibrant red and blue markings on their face and a little bit on their butt too. But a male mandrill can actually reach up to around 100 pounds, whereas females can get up to around 30 to 40. But they're nowhere in size comparison to the mighty pachyderm. Now if you ever see elephants start to flap their ears, they do this to cool themselves off. They can actually drop their body temperature down around 15 degrees by doing so. It does look like this big guy's all alone. Male elephants when they mature. They have all the flamingo species. When flamingos are born, they're actually gray in color, but over time, because their diet of brine shrimp and other little crustaceous animals, that keratin that's in their diet eventually turns their feathers pink over time. So are the black markings on their eyes, which reflect sunlight, making it easier for them to see. So, snoozing away. Mufasa. Now, if you don't know what Mufasa means, it's actually the Swahili word for king, and there he is, taking a cat nap. As you can tell, for the most part, lions are big, lazy cats, just like your average house cat. They like to rest around 16 to 20 hours of the day, and they're mostly active at night too. Just laying up there on the edge of the covey.
So you're laying down? Sleepy. Sleepy kitty. Wow. She's sleepy.
Now, does anyone know the Swahili word for lion? Simba, correct. Scimitar horned oryx. They get their name from the curved shape of their horns resembling the curved shape of an eastern scimitar sword. Very well adapted and developed to arid environments like savannas and deserts. So well adapted, they too, like a baobab tree, can go up to 8 to 9 months of the year without water if need be. Gorgeous animal. Now, they do normally travel in herds, so seeing one by itself makes you think we might have actually entered the Magadi Glen. The reason I say that is because the Glen is close to Harambe village, and animals don't like to stray too close to human civilization unless they need to, or they think they're really well hidden. So if this is the case, I doubt we'll be seeing too many more animals out this way. But we got to see quite a few amazing animals, and they do, especially helping out the environment, will in turn help out the animals as well. I do see some buildings up ahead. Looks like we have made our way back to the village after.